Our lesson of reflection today is on caring for God's work and God's creatures. When the Lord goes to work, he works diligently throughout the entire day until the day is done, and then looks back at his work to see how good it was. The night comes, the morning follows, a day is complete. God is never filled with questions about his work quality, nor does he lie awake wondering if he should have done something differently. There are small advantages to being infallible and being God. But God created this beautiful earth out of nothingness. And then all the unique individual plants, trees to cover the earth, and each of the beautiful, unique animals whom he loves, he also created. Then he turned it over to humans. And look at what we have done. The animals he so loves are being wiped from this earth faster than ever before. Right now, there are 1,217 in a species extinction status. That the poaching of one more will tip the balance and cause the inevitable loss of that species, the destruction of the entire ecosystem that relies upon the animal, the waste of the animal, its fur, its skin shedding, and all of the aspects of the animal's existence for the other creature's survival. As Christians, as followers of Christ, as anyone who believes in the Almighty Father, this therefore includes our brothers and sisters of Judaism, all must work to heal this great work of God the Father every day. Fight the apathy of the unbelievers, the science deniers of earth change. That is the true name of climate change, but many shy away from it as being too grandiose, or too broad, or such a large problem it will cause people to give up. We must narrow it to climate change. It is earth change, because everything we have done is changing the entire earth. It is not just the climate. We people of faith don't give up on large problems. We just work harder to bring more people to it, bring more resources, more creative minds, and more hands. For those who can't be active, more prayer to bear on the problem. Earth change is an issue we can manage and work on every day, every person. First, at home, reduce, reuse, recycle, everything. As for water, and this is when some of you go, ew! Drop the ew crap. This is the America of the future. Use less water by bathing only 2 to 3 times a week. You need not wash your hair. You need not bathe every day unless you have a skin condition that requires it, or unless you're sweaty all over every day. And that is very few people. Nowhere else in the world do people bathe every day. It is such a personal waste. Whenever they have the world climate, the international conferences, this is the argument. Other places have no water to drink, and the Americans are wasting water bathing. And are they using grey water? No, they're using clean water that other people need to live. I personally don't shower at all. I haven't showered since 2016. Not once. I don't shower because it's dangerous for me. I can't keep my balance. But I use sponge baths a couple times a week. I buy the same sponge bath clothes that they use in hospital. So they kill all the bacteria. They keep me clean. And I can buy the scented or the unscented. But I am clean. As for my hair, I wash it about once a week. And that is it. When I stopped showering, my water consumption went down so much that the city sent someone to see if the house was still occupied. That's how much water you waste when you shower every day. And imagine if there's more than one of you in a home. When you steam up the whole bathroom, that is wasteful. One shower every 3 days, because you're changing clothes every day. You're not stinking up. You have a different clothes to wear to bed, different clothes to wear every day. That in itself is wasteful too, because you have to wash those. It is such a waste of water. Don't you see what you're doing to the earth? Think about it. And people start talking about, oh, don't run the water when you're scrubbing your teeth. That's such piddly crap. Don't shower, for God's sake. 55 gallons versus 1.5 gallons of water. What do you think is going to have a greater effect on the earth? A shower is 55 to 110 gallons a day versus you run the water while you're brushing your teeth. And that's 1.5 gallons. Don't do either of them. Buy or make rain barrels for your yard and garden. I've got a pattern and I can make them with you or for you. So no more sprinkling using city water. All and only rainwater. The savings are tremendous and the process is simple and your plants love it. The first year I did only rainwater. My daylilies were all over 5 feet tall. It was amazing. And since then they haven't grown shorter. My tulips are all over 2 feet tall. It was amazing. You could tell this is what God had intended. This is what God had intended. The number of barrels is determined by the size of your roof, but each downspout needs at least 2 55-gallon drums. You can make changes every day to save God's work and protect His beloved creatures. But only you can make the change. Start tomorrow. Don't shower. 1 day a week, don't shower. And then after a month, make it 2 days each week. And then after 2 months, make it 3 days each week. That is your task, because that is the future of America and the world. We must save this earth. And if going around sponge bathing, if going around not showering each day is what it takes, that is what you must do.